I mean, you're technically Pakistani more than Indian, aren't you? But like, I'd expect you to know your used cars. Like, that's just
Welcome to the rap
that's
show,
that's
everybody.
just yeah, no, Tubbs, that's just the thing. Like every Pakistani and Indian I know who's moved to America is like really into fucking sports cars. Same with Persians.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god.
what Middle Easterners and South Asians are into. No,
What
I
is
do know my sports cars.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
it's because you motherfucker. It's because you guys are all into really fucking gaudy purchases with absolutely no artistic solar expression.
Oh god.
Anyway, hey guys, welcome to the stream.
What is up, people of the internet? That is me, Real American. Oh my god. What was that
And
intro?
we will be doing an ethnicity tier list at the end of the
No,
video.
no, stop
No,
it.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
No.
we will, and we're gonna be putting polls at the bottom. There's nothing redeemable about
Oh
them.
gosh. Okay. Before guys, we have a lot to talk about today. We gotta talk with the bombshell Alex Preddy video that just dropped like 10 minutes ago. A lot of stuff's going on in the world. And before we get into today's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe,
share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications. If you like the content, you can subscribe. Literally $1 a month now or something.
Yeah, it's like $2 a month or whatever. It's
$2 a month. That money goes directly in his pockets. He doesn't feed us. He doesn't pay us. We have to survive on
It
our
goes
own.
into my pockets too, so I can buy buy used.
Yeah, he's gonna.
So totally.
Yeah, he's gonna buy a sports car because he's
Oh
Indian.
God. All right, yeah, we have a lot to talk
I'm
about.
Armenian, and I'm Armenian, and Dr. Oz is trying to go after me.
Oh jeez.
And Red Eagle too.
I saw that. Like, the funniest thing ever. It's like you can just tell he did that on purpose. You know damn well.
Yeah. I tweeted about that, and it got like 40K likes. I was like, the funniest part about this is it's just like I tweeted something along the lines of it's funny because he's Turkish, and it got like 40K likes. Zero effort.
I mean, just honestly though, it's like, would that really be not the case for why he's going after the Armenians?
Oh, of course he is. Of course he is. It's like.
Anyway,
so
continuing on.
Right.
If you want to help the channel financially, other than joining, you can leave a super chat. We definitely leave those.
Yeah.
Be sure to share everything.
So again,
get Granny bouncing on the stream.
All right, so we have a lot to talk about, everybody. Like Tyrone said, smash the like button down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. K-Cup for 5. Josh Shulman drops out of the Wisconsin governor race after President Trump endorses Tom Tiffany. The entire Wisconsin GOP needs to get behind Tom Tiffany now. Yeah, that race is done. It's going to be Tom Tiffany versus God knows who Democrats run.
And Trump also endorsed Stacey Garrity for governor.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really good. That is really good news.
How's it going, fellas? I'm live from door knocking.
Oh, hello.
Oh, nice.
American Nerd for 2. Afternoon/evening wrap. What the fuck is going on in Minnesota? Okay, things are happening in Minnesota. That's
One real quick, by the way, American Nerd. When we get super chat set up on the Great Lakes Perspective, you should spend your twos over there.
Oh, jeez. Oh man. All right. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
American Nerd.
Free advertising.
Yeah. So
I'm doing it on Luke's behalf.
We have a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot to talk about Minnesota because that's the big story. But like I said, there was a bombshell video that dropped like what was it, 2 hours ago? Excuse me. And now to be clear, this video is not what happened the day of Alex Preddy getting shot. I want to be clear about that. There are some people misconceiving the idea that it was the same day.
It happened like a week before or something?
Yeah. Now, again, this is not the same day. This does not mean like, oh, it happened 5 minutes before. No, this was 2 weeks before. But guys, remember when they were saying like, oh, this guy's a poor innocent nurse. He was merely protesting, and he never did anything violent in his life. Well,
the thing is I don't look. I still think you can make a case that okay, maybe I don't think he deserved to necessarily get shot. I think we need to have like a more thorough investigation with like body cams. I want to see the body cam.
Yeah, I'm curious now. Mm-hmm. So okay, here's a video I got to pull up on stream. Just watch this. I'm just playing in the background right now. So this is 2 weeks ago. He's yelling at the cops. He's yelling at the agents. And firstly, he spits at one of them. Yeah, he spits right there. And then they're starting to drive away. Yeah, this is where it gets shitty. They're driving away. They didn't even detain him yet. They're just saying, fuck it, we're leaving. These guys suck. And when he's done that, look at this. He kicks him twice in the tailgate. And it breaks it. Which I think is a felony, right?
I mean, that's vandalism. So
Bros outside embracing nature.
I'm
It's
pretty.
definitely vandalism. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's a.
definitely vandalism.
But it's a federal
I-
vehicle. I'm pretty sure it's a felony.
yeah, it's like no, that's 100% a felony. But even if it wasn't, even if this was just like an average person, like you'd still be fined or something for
Yeah.
this.
And after this happened, that's when the officers pull up and they just beat the shit out of him. All right. That's when they get out of the car. And notice they were leaving. They weren't confronting him. They were leaving. And then they
he's the one who escalated things.
Yeah.
Like
and that's when they beat the shit out of him.
he's the one who poked the beehive.
Yeah. And immediately you're seeing millions of tweets vanishing. Millions of tweets are going to vanish or stay up. Everyone's going to forget about this. This happens every time. This is why I was telling people, chill out for 5 seconds. Good Lord, don't. And dumbasses on the right fell for like this scam. They fell for it. These dumb shits on the right, they convinced themselves, oh, he was a peaceful protester and he was
here's how
gunned
it's
down.
happened. It's very simple. This is what's been happening the second Trump administration. Save a couple very real L's. Here's what's happened. We get a major victory against leftists in some way. Leftists screech and proclaim that it's a victory actually because they're idiots and they don't know what a defeat looks like. And then all the right-winger grifters and social media influencers see leftists declaring a defeat as a victory, and they go say shit, we've lost, it's over, we should have voted for Harris instead, as if Harris wasn't going to be better. News alert, she was going to be much worse. And then you have everyone on the right thinking, oh, we lost when we fucking won. Like, it's so pathetic. It's literal mental cuckoldry. It's like these people are so mentally cuckolded by defeat that they only perceive things as defeats even when there's victories. They will find something. We could make a big win. We could have a very big win, and then they will find something small to complain about and say, Trump isn't delivering. Trump is like worse than his first term. It's over. Democrats are going to like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of you running your. I'm sick of you yapping like a small dog.
Oh, gosh. All right. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Tyrone get his pay from rap and he goes out to buy a LaBoobs. What? The Bubs? What?
LaBoo-boo.
Oh. Careful got for 2. Carpet. Oh, gosh. I'm not saying that. But yeah. Carpet, you know what? Minnesota. Yoshi fan Nick for 5. Rap, saw your latest video based on the future projections. Do you think we could change a culture in the U.S. after 28, like abortion, for example? We're actually seeing that in some polling. Even these dog shit polls have Trump at like -20. They're showing that Americans are slowly becoming more pro-life. That does not mean that they're, want to ban all abortions, but I do think we are seeing like some Americans, they're pushing back on the insanity. Even gay marriage is becoming unpopular.
Yeah,
slowly.
the LGBT stuff. There's a. I don't want to. With the LGBT stuff, it's not like people are like super like 2004 mood on gay marriage.
They're just sick of what's going on now. They're just sick of it.
Like, yeah, like people.
The problem.
Go ahead.
The problem with the LGBT stuff is that they greatly overstepped their boundaries and they decided to start indoctrinating children with lewd like literature.
They've also planned, but yeah.
I mean, yes, but like but to the average person, like that was like, okay, we were for gay marriage, but we're not for this like indoctrination in education and entertainment. And they also don't like the woke crap either.
Yeah. And that's what's happening right now. YouGov of all polls, it was only like 55% Americans supported gay marriage, like outright, which is bad. It's only 55%.
Yeah, definitely.
If that's YouGov finding it, that's disastrous.
Yeah, and like I think the majority, like of the people that said they did it, they're like they don't care. But that's the problem. It's like if people don't give a shit about it, that's not good for them either. So
I think that if the left was just like 2012 mode on gay marriage, where it's just like oh, we have a few rainbow flags, but we're not. Nobody's talking about like teaching like true shit to your kids, right? Nobody
fine. But then you had the San Francisco choir, a gay choir full of convicted sexual predators saying we're coming for your children. Like that's what. Yeah.
I remember.
I remember that. Didn't like a couple people get arrested after that too?
Scott Wiener, yeah, Scott Wiener was officially part of that.
Oh.
And now he's looking at becoming a congressman, replacing Nancy Pelosi. We're sending
Who's gonna?
pedophiles into
So,
Congress now.
like Tyrone, who's gonna? Actually, I should know this because I'm the Californian. But like, in the race to replace Pelosi, there's the
I
Scott
don't know.
Wiener.
I don't follow, bro.
Okay, so from what I can tell, okay, on the race to replace Pelosi in the Democratic primary, whoever wins the primary obviously is going to win the general. I don't even know if Republicans are going to run anyone in that district. We have like Scott Wiener, who's a gay pedophile, like or I don't even know if he's actually gay, but he's definitely
Yeah.
a pedophile.
Yeah,
Katie
can't say
Porter.
that word, but he says he had
No,
he
Katie
supports
Porter
some
is
weird
not running.
stuff.
She's running for governor. Katie Porter is
Oh,
running
okay.
for governor.
Please
We
to
have some
report
like
I am now
I
on
don't
a
know, like
microphone that is higher
there's some
quality.
like Middle Eastern or South Asian communist who's like a Bernie bro, AOC bro, but I don't think he's gonna win. He is like his name's like it starts with an S. I forgot his name, and I think there's like an Asian woman running too, but I could be wrong. I could be mistaken,
All
but
right.
she's also super woke. So yeah.
All right. Again, chat. Make sure to like and share the stream. Yeah. Though I forgot to mention that. Yeah, like and share the stream. But yeah, sorry. Jacko Max for 5. People always assume I'm a leftist on Twitter since I follow Eric Adams, but his weekly crash notes are hilarious. Also, Rubio for El Presidente of Cuba. Yeah, Eric Adams crashes out every other day, which is freaking funny. But yeah. Yoshi Fan Nick for 2. We are Charlie Kirk. Oh gosh. Josh for 5. What the hell's going on with Tim Pool? He's crashing out big time. Well, it's what Tyrone said. These people are just dumb shits, basically.
Tim Pool does this every now and then, like where
Yeah.
he talks. I mean, how many times? And take a shot every time he's talked about like the incoming civil war.
He's been saying that since like 2017, I think.
He's been saying it for a few years. Apparently, he also supported DeSantis in the primary initially.
Yeah.
So make of that what you will.
All right. Josh for 5. So what are your thoughts of Peter Schiff and his economic dooming on Fox? Personally, sounds like a globalist goal pusher. Oh, it's just a globalist shit. Because they're panicking because their economic system's falling apart. That's what's happening.
Wasn't Peter Schiff is like is one of the big Austrian economists, right?
Yeah, he's a giant globalist. So
there's your answer.
Well, and because they're panicking because right now Trump, like, say we with the economy, the current estimates for fourth quarter of 24 or 25, I should say, it's like all of it's real growth. It's not the shit freaking. It's growing because like the government's spending. It's actual growth for the private sector.
And I don't know if you saw this or not. I mean, this isn't necessarily the same thing, but like apparently U.S. steel manufacturer like just officially surpassed Japan.
I saw that
for the first time since 1999.
Yeah, and
is that due to has Japanese like steel production has it declined?
It's declined, but also American one has gone up a little bit this year. So
okay,
yeah. Well, I think it was also because U.S. Steel got purchased by like Japan, which is cursed, and then they decided to start like building plants in the U.S. again.
Again, Japan's our greatest ally, not freaking Israel. Japan is.
It's either Japan or Australia. Honestly, those are like
and Korea too. Yeah. South Korea.
I would say Japan. I think
I wouldn't say South Korea. South Korea did a lot of fucking shady shit with getting comfy with the Chinese communists in the not the Civil War, the
Cold
War.
Really?
Yeah, sorry. The South Koreans worked with China during the American Civil War.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true.
The American Civil War.
Yeah.
And then, the South Korea was there. No.
All right.
But
Camera full God for 2. Minnesota has WMDs. Trust me, bro. I agree with this actually. Yeah, we gotta send in the Marines. K Cup for 5. Trump, Tim, stop fighting. Won't work. Walls, no way. Orange man will not comply. Trump, all right. Bad home in time. Home and I am the night. Well, I find it funny. The second Tom Homan pulls up, they just start being the shit of protesters. I find that freaking hilarious. I love Tom Homan.
I believe too that Tim Walz, Jacob Frey, and some of the other officials are still expected to be subpoenaed in front of Congress.
Yeah, they are. They're going to
next week. I think it's next week.
Yeah, they're getting subpoenaed next week. And I did hear the DOJ is still going after them for the fraud stuff. I did hear that. So
good.
Which that's a huge problem for Dems like that. I'm telling you, there's a lot of investigations going on. They're not just pissing around now.
Hey, what's up, Luke?
We can finally talk with the 2020 election now, because the FBI did something today about that. We'll get to that in a second, though. But
Yeah.
yeah, Will Stancil joined. Hello.
Hello,
Rob,
Willie.
did
It's
we-
the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil
Gosh.
Show.
The Will Stancil Show.
What?
The Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show.
All right.
What did Rob say?
I said hello, Will Stancil.
Oh, okay, yeah, we got to get to Wisconsin news. I'm driving somewhere in 30 minutes. I'll be off.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we talked a little about that.
It's done. We got to get to Wisconsin.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll just do Wisconsin right away. It's not really the biggest story, but yeah, Tom Tiffany got the endorsement of Trump. I'm not surprised by that.
Not just Tom Tiffany. Trump also endorsed Michael Alfonso.
I
who's
saw
gonna
they-
be an instant
Yeah.
top 5 congressman.
Yeah, easily.
His
Yeah.
turning point. He's like 26 years old. He's going to be a patriot. He's a zoomer.
He-
He's going to be the new representative for Tom Tiffany's House seat.
He's related to Sean Duffy. He's also explicitly anti-H-1B too.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
perfect. We are getting like
Let this sink in. We are going to get an upgrade in Tom Tiffany's seat.
Wait,
and we won't
yeah, I
get
didn't think that was
15.
possible.
Yeah, but we're getting an upgrade. In his
Yeah, and again, like I love Tom Tiffany, but you're going from Tom Tiffany that's phenomenal. That is amazing. And
Yeah.
Tiffany, I think, is gonna win. I have this gut feeling he's gonna pull it out somehow. I got this gut feeling.
Barnes is the nominee. Also, with Showman dropping out, we got a united Republican field.
Yeah,
Fully, no dividing it up.
And we don't
Except
get
for this one guy, Adam Mansky. He's a nice guy. I met him at an event. He's like 25. I don't think he's gonna win though. Hot take. He's
Right.
just like he's like a healthcare. He works in the healthcare industry. He's a nice guy, but he even admitted to me he's not gonna win.
Yeah,
just
it's
in this
it's
round.
Tom Tiffany versus probably Barnes
Yeah.
right now. It's
Yeah.
good luck, by
Yeah.
the way. Those dumb
So
shits
I
are
will
running
say,
Barnes.
Mandela Barnes has a lot of opponents, and you're going to see debates. It's going to be a messy primary, even though
It'll be
Barnes will
beautiful.
likely come out on top.
All right,
Yeah.
James O'Day for 5. Do you think the SAVE Act will get passed by the Senate before the midterms? You know, we got some big news about that today also because John Thune openly supported it now. So they're making a push for it now, but they might nuke the filibuster on that. Well, not nuke it, but there is a loophole around the filibuster. It's like the zombie filibuster or whatever. They might nuke that one. So yeah, I mean, there's momentum for the SAVE Act. And if they, I don't know how much it's going to really impact the election, though. I don't know. But I do think there's momentum for it. Will get passed. There's loopholes around the filibuster. We shall see. I don't see how anyone could vote against it. It's just common sense. It just, all it
Hurry
says
the
is,
fuck up. Hurry the fuck up. Come on.
What?
What?
Racial
Oh, sorry,
minorities.
I'm not going to comment on that.
gosh, President Gilbert getting up for 10. I swear conservative boomer cons and Gen Xers are always pushing Civil War, but put Gen Z and Alpha to go fight and die. Shut up, you guys. Stop pushing it. No one wants to fight that. It's real. Kyle Beckman for 5. Can't wait for Gavin Newsom to also be exposed for fraud in the similar language is opposed here in California to force police to support ICE. Yeah, so
Oh my god. Hurry up.
What?
Not you. I'm playing Helldivers.
bro,
Loading in.
thank you.
I have to protect our look, Rap. I'm doing my part to save our democracy.
Oh, jeez. James Day for 5. Do you think Scott Pratt could win the Louisiana mayor election? I have no clue who that is.
Louise, that is L.A., my friend.
Oh,
That is
LA
Los
mayor.
Angeles. That is
Oh.
not Louisiana. Louisiana does not have a mayor.
I had a
Rap.
brain fart. I'm
Louisiana
sorry.
has a governor.
Oh gosh.
Speaking of Louisiana, do we want to talk briefly about the internal poll?
Oh,
from,
Cassidy
Bill
is
Cassidy's
screwed.
Oh,
campaign?
Bill Cassidy is fucked.
No,
You
luckily
to
they
do
have a
that as
runoff.
hard as you did.
That's what I'll say. So, like, it doesn't matter how many bozos run against him in the primary. One of them's gonna go to the runoff with Cassidy.
Yeah,
Cassidy is DOA in that.
If his own pollster, which by the way, it's everyone's favorite pollster, piece of shit strategies. Everyone's
Ron
favorite
DeSantis'
pollster.
pollster is back.
For those that don't,
that is really an unfortunate acronym, I have to say.
listen, I
POS.
came up with piece of shit strategies. I take full credit for it. I don't care.
I didn't realize.
Who are some other really awful senators like in the right now apart from Cassidy? I remember Murkowski. Yeah, that's another.
She's gonna flip parties.
Langford.
Abito.
Langford is horrible. So is like what's her name?
Abito.
Capito, but she's
Yeah.
not gonna lose. Capito's gonna get another term. Langford is really terrible.
Yeah, really, it's like, but the only real shitty one we're for sure gonna get rid of it, like not including Tom Tillis, is Bill Cassidy. So
I mean, there's
You
a
don't have to
chance.
say Tom
There's a chance
Tiffany.
we can get rid of Cornyn.
Well, Cornyn, yeah, but Cornyn's like not a guarantee. I'll say that.
Yeah, I said that's why I said there's a chance.
Yeah. But yeah, for those that don't know, piece of shit strategies, they were the DeSantis pollster. They were claiming, oh, DeSantis is going to win Iowa, guys. It was like a week before the election. They're going to win Iowa. How did that go? And they called like everybody conspiracy theorists for saying they're fake.
Turtles for like the worst Republicans in the country.
Yeah.
Is that just what
It's like Rand Paul and Ted Cruz. I think they're ones that founded it. That's a good.
Piece of shit strategies? I can check real quick. Please hold.
I'm pretty sure they were Rand Paul's and Ted Cruz's pollster, which would explain a
They'll
lot.
probably do for Cruz again in his 2028 bid.
Oh yeah, he's gonna when he pulls out 1%, but he's really at 50%. It's been glorious.
It's insane that like they are technically the largest Republican pollster.
And they suck.
Like McLaughlin isn't like I have my McLaughlin. You can have your like. I don't really know. Like, it's not a great pollster, but it's also not the worst. POS is used by the worst Republicans and also tends to be relatively inaccurate.
Yeah, I mean, McLaughlin, the thing with him is he's just a boomer. That's the thing with him. He's just like boomer pollster. All his questions are like boomer coded. You want to stop socialism? Yes or no?
Trying to boot up fucking modded Fallout New Vegas. It's like trying to start a lawnmower. How many times I have to boot it up.
American Nerd for 2. Remind me of what the SAVE Act does again, basically. Basically it forces the states to do their damn job with elections. That's what it comes down to. The main thing is voter ID for across the board. That's like the main thing. So American Nerd for 2. Who's running against Cassidy? Who's running against Cassidy? Clay Higgins? No, Lello's the main front runner. Fleming was running too, but he's gonna he didn't drop out.
I think we should start to move into the Fulton County stuff. Someone sent me a DM.
We'll get I'll get to that because
guys, I just received some important news about the Fulton County case. Like really,
I think we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah,
no, but I received an important update about that Midnight Messenger. You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
What is it?
Yeah. Apparently, according to Lynn Wood and Mike Lindell, they're overturning the 2020 election.
Yeah,
that was so true.
So true.
Fucking true. If this game crashes one more fucking time.
Okay, so we got one more super chat. Sorry, Yoshi Fan Nick for 5. According to Scott Presser, John Thune is supporting the SAVE Act without voter ID. Sounds like there could be changes with it. Yeah, so there's changes with it. They're working on it, so they're gonna probably force vote on it. Simple Logic for 2. Rice and Bananas Somali arrested. Yeah, she got arrested. I saw that for assaulted an officer.
Actually her?
Yes.
I thought that was just like someone that looked similar.
No, it's actually her. People have confirmed it's actually her.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Being arrested is it's not. It's more than just bananas and rice. It's kind of like bananas and rice.
Oh,
you ever think about that?
Yeah,
fucking fascist.
Yeah, so we got to talk about what was a bomb. I mean, this is a potential bombshell out of Georgia today. So for those that live under a rock, out of freaking nowhere, the FBI raided the election center in Fulton County, Georgia. They had a search warrant and shit. And apparently, they got the 2020 ballots. And they stuffed in the trucks and ran away with them.
See, I live in a rock. I don't live under a rock.
Oh, gosh. But in a nutshell, it's very odd that all these election officials, they were pushing hard against this. Even today, they were like doing a press conference outside. No, there's a threat to democracy. I wonder why they're doing that. I wonder why.
I mean, could it be the fact that we had the one article like a month ago that was talking about how 300,000 ballots in Fulton County were not given the proper signatures and thus should not have counted in the 2020 election?
No,
I don't
that's
know.
a conspiracy. Which those dumb shits I remember like those dumb shits were so incompetent. They didn't even try to hide it. The problem is you have that Raffensperger dumbass running the show down there, and that's how you end up with 2020. But you know how important this is to figure this out? Because this is Atlanta. This is, I would say, outside of like Philly and what's another really bad city with elections?
Chicago's
bad. Milwaukee's
LA.
Milwaukee's third worst in the country, behind Philly and like LA. But yeah, I mean Atlanta's up there. If you take down Atlanta's
we really
machine,
need to solve the fraud in Atlanta. We need to send Rufus there. He's gonna.
That's real.
Yeah.
Atlanta has been ruined. I can't say by who. I'm not gonna say the race of the ruiner.
Yeah, so
Chipotle stock in Atlanta just went up by
but
5%.
I will say this though, but the whole Fulton County
It was
thing.
a Jewish doctor.
Oh geez, oh gosh, stop, just shut up. But point is, when it comes to the story of Atlanta, the reason it's so critical is because how many, again, this is we're not saying it's guaranteed it's what happened, but how many elections could have potentially been altered by this shit?
Smiley face.
Let's see the 2020 election, the 2020 both the 2020 Georgia Senate races, because both those races were fairly close. Probably even the 2022 Senate race in Georgia. Maybe a couple of like local state house races. I don't know.
I disagree on the 2022 Senate race, unless the argument is, of course, I don't think. I think Warnock was going to win that race no matter what, especially because I'm not going to pretend that Herschel Walker was a phenomenal candidate. He sounded good on
He was
paper.
horrible.
He sounded good on paper.
Yeah.
Like on paper, he is a phenomenal candidate. But it turns out when you run football players that played, before we had like good helmet technology, they may or may not have some mental concerns. You have to,
No, what was the thing we'd always talk about? Would you rather?
It was vampires.
Would you rather be?
It was vampires.
Would you rather be like Bigfoot or a werewolf? That would be what he answered.
Yeah, it was like werewolves and vampires.
remember
He was
like
off his
werewolf-
shit.
Remember when like his son basically went on a crusade against him?
Yeah, what a dumb
Yeah,
shit.
Christian Walker. Yeah.
Remember him? Oh my god, he was everywhere in 2022 and 2021, and then he just fell off after.
Well, because he backstabbed his dad like that. That was shitty what he did.
I wouldn't do that publicly, like even if I, especially if I had his same political ideology and he was running for Senate.
So
the thing was, Georgia turnout was so bad for Democrats that had that not happened, Walker probably would have won on the first.
But I am seriously
no business winning,
because this is Atlanta. This is one of the worst offenders. If they straighten this out and like suddenly like Georgia's like are plus 12 again, which I'm not saying this was going to happen for sure, but kind of suspicious. These dumbasses are fighting tooth and nail on this. But my question is, how did they get a warrant on this? Like, they got exactly the 2020 ballots. Nothing else. Only 2020 ballots. I don't know.
Maybe Kemp finally allowed them to do something about it. I don't know.
He doesn't give a shit though. He's not running for governor again. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of funny though. We're gonna figure out if something actually happened. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but it's kind of funny to see that Atlanta's like, we just took their ballots. American Nerd for 6. Wasn't there an attempt to recount in the 2018 Georgia governor election? If so, were the Democrats trying to do something with that? Well, they were, but that didn't go anywhere.
Failed.
Yeah. Well, remember remember what happened in 2016 in Michigan? Everybody know this story with Jill Stein? You guys hear about this?
Our good friend Jill Stein.
So you know how they were going to do a recount in Michigan. This is the funniest thing ever. Jill Stein was like pushing hard for it. She got her supporters to fundraise for it and stuff. They started to recount one single county, and they began to like realize they mistaken a bunch of Clinton votes for Trump, and they immediately stopped the audit. I'm not even joking. That's a real thing. Yeah. So they're just straight up like they're recounting the votes, and they were beginning to realize, oh, this actually helps Trump. So they stopped it. So.
Kind of reminds me of the 2020 Arizona audit where like they wanted to audit the state and then Biden gained votes. Kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, but that whole thing in Arizona was a shit show. That was the worst offender, I think. Well, it's either that or Georgia. Which one's the worst, I wonder?
We'll never know.
Yeah. Richard Hedford 5. If the FBI comes up proving the you-know-what word in Georgia, will there also be a push to start for other states such as Arizona, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan? Yes. And I do think if they find some kind of smoking gun in this, which we don't know for sure, if they do, what is the DOJ going to intervene in the 2026 election? Like seriously, what are they going to do something this year?
I don't think so. Just because okay, here's the thing.
I'm just wondering. I don't know.
It's going to look poor on them if they don't have like concrete. I mean, it needs to be indisputable. even by like moderates who haven't been tuning in, because otherwise, no matter how much good you think you're doing, we're not going to hear the end of it about 2026 being stolen. They're going to say that the Trump admin,
and then all those
is using
independents are going to think Trump's rigging, so they're going to.
Why are you speaking
Yeah.
over other people? We've had this discussion.
Bro,
before.
you're attacking me for screaming, bro.
I said talking over. Not screaming.
Haktua. Anyways, Haktua. Auspicious fortune. Anyways, yeah, no. The Trump admin needs to be very careful. Yeah, the Trump admin needs to be very careful, because if it's not like concrete proof, irrefutable by most moderates, it's just going to hurt them.
Yeah. Now, again, they're just going to investigate this. I don't think they're going to release anything unless they find something. So we'll see. But I mean, what would be considered like a smoking gun in this case, guys? Think like what would we consider a smoking gun?
There needs to be they essentially need to have enough ballots that were either falsely labeled as Biden ballots, or there needs to be enough ballots that can be proven to be done by people who aren't registered, don't live in the state, did not provide proper.
I would also. Oh, sorry.
Because as much as I agree that yes, if your signature doesn't match very closely, you probably shouldn't be voting. But if every ballot that we have is just like a signature discrepancy, and it's not like people who should not be voting are voting, that's when, sure, Republicans are going to be happy with it, but independents aren't going to be on your side. At least that's my take, at least.
I agree with that. But I do think also another thing people got to think about is there's a bunch of these batches of ballots. There's no chain of custody for them at all. There's nothing. So, I mean, I do think, though, that's the easiest way. I think the chain of custody thing's a big deal. They can't prove, like, oh, these ballots just showed up 1 minute ago. And they're just here. So.
They would also need to prove something like, say, like, oh, we just discovered that like 10,000 people who apparently voted in the 2020 election died like a year before the election or something like that. That would probably be a smoking gun.
Yeah, it's got to be something concrete. It's got to be a big number, not just 5 people, because no one's gonna give a shit.
Yeah,
it's got to be like,
I'd say 10,000 is probably the number anything greater than 10,000.
Yeah, because at that point that flips the election right there. So
I think it has to be. I want to say Trump lost by less than 12,000 in the finalized results. You need either 12,000 ballots that shouldn't have been cast, or you need 6,000 or more ballots that were wrongfully counted for Harris or for Biden,
or just something.
6, 7.
Oh gosh, K Cup for 5.
6-7 million.
Oh
no,
stop,
seems like too much
to
me.
Stop. K Cup for 5. Wait, so does this mean we could check Wisconsin 24? And does that mean we could prove Hovey's mustache we find it vindicated? If so, remove Baldwin. Well, again, we don't know. They're just they got the warrant.
We won't be able to remove Baldwin no matter what happens. It's sort of.
It's just not going to happen.
They could prove that Eric Hovey won 60% of the vote and the election certified, so they can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe if it was proven that Hovey won, Baldwin would have to be pressured to resign. But then Evers would just appoint.
Well, I mean, like what this does prove though is like yeah.
Bro, are you fucking serious? A factory strider on the sensor tower?
Good lord. American Nerd for 2, or Rowdy for 3. Will SCOTUS block Prop 50 for 2026? To be determined on that front. We shall see. American Nerd for 2. How many votes did Georgia go in 2020? It's like Trump lost by 12,000 or whatever. James will date for 5. If they actually find the you know what from Georgia 2020, will Brad Raffensperger be in trouble? Yes, because he's full of shit. So. But yeah, apparently the FBI command center has just arrived at the election center. So, yeah, they're actually pulling up with vehicles and stuff. We're going to see.
Black Ford Raptor trucks?
No, they have the command center that it's like what's the word for, like a semi, but yeah.
Semi truck.
Yeah. We're going to see what happens. I mean, like, if they can prove this, I mean, that raises a lot of questions about the margins, even from last year, 2 years ago. It raises a lot of questions. Yeah. It's gonna also make a lot of pollsters like question everything because it proved they're full of shit. So,
I gotta head out now, but it's good talking.
All right, see ya.
Fuck that. I'm not dealing with a fucking factory strider right
now.
now. I died.
K-Cup for 2. I know we can't remove her. A man can dream. Yeah, just a perfect world we can remove Baldwin, but it just she might resign if it gets that bad. But even then, that's won't change much.
Nah, she ain't gonna.
And Ebers appoints Sarah Godlewski.
Oh gosh. All right.
I'm honestly shocked she's not running for governor.
Yeah, so the Georgia election commissioner, Dana Barrett, is frantic with the FBI raid. They're saying it's a little conspiracy theory. And like she's screeching about it. So that's a good sign. Totally sane. Totally sane. All right. Rapid 2020 Arizona, the farthest election case allowed us to inspect Maricopa. Yeah, I mean the whole Maricopa thing, we can't really. I know what you're saying about that, but I don't know. Just we wait and see on the whole Georgia front. Okay, enough of that. What should we segue into? There's a lot to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about?
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
I guess we could talk with this freaking this funny tweet from a libertarian.
Liberty. See, I trust their opinion on.
Yeah.
So
nothing. We talked about the Alex Preddy video earlier, where it's clear this was like 2 weeks ago. He beat the shit out of like one of the cars. So that dispels that narrative. Well, this
for
tweet,
the record, I will say this, and this is important. Maybe some people are. I'm not saying the guy deserved to die because of this. What we are saying is, this is a bad man who was looking for trouble, and he found it. Have we actually like gone over like what our opinions are on the shooting itself?
No. Okay, here's my take on this.
If not, I can explain it, but go ahead.
My take is, my opinion was kind of like, the officers were right. Well, okay. I should clarify because people take out of context. Listen, he shouldn't have died. I think what happened was horrific.
He should have died.
Tyrone, you're done. Nope. Nope.
That's unfortunate. Anyways.
Tyrone, chill out. Just chill out.
I literally said afterward, we're all going to die at some point, and you fucking kicked me.
Okay.
Anyways, Hakutua. Here's what I'll say about the situation. And for people who like haven't really seen it, essentially this suspect was brought to the ground. He had a firearm on him. That firearm was removed by one of the ICE agents. This was after one or more agents
Border
had already
Patrol.
shouted.
I should clarify because Border Patrol is a big difference. I just wanted to.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking. It's confusing me even. They're all Border Patrol.
Yeah.
Border Patrol grabs this. It says gun, gun, gun. He's got a gun. That is relayed to all the officers, all the agents. As far as they know, that suspect has a gun on his hip. The Border Patrol agent pulls the gun away from him in an attempt and has it on him. So suspect is now disarmed. However, that is never relayed to the officers. That's never relayed to the agents. Nobody on scene knows that, except for the people who watched it from outside. And then, oddly enough, the suspect's gun in the agent's hands goes off. Now, why is that? Some may think. Well, why is that? Is that is a SIG P320, and for those who have any rudimentary knowledge of what the P320 has been in the news for recently, it goes off if you so much as bump it if there is any kind of defection in the trigger system.
You can do literally nothing as long as it is sufficiently weathered enough. It will fucking detonate.
It will, unironically, it'll just go off. So, in my opinion, what I think happened here is the agents hear or see that he has a gun on him. The other agents disarm him, and then it has a negligent discharge, whether it's the officer's fault because, I don't know, maybe he fucked up clearing it, or whether it's a SIG being a SIG and it went off on its own accord. All of a sudden, after hearing that there's gun, 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 you hear one shot go off, and you see the guy with his hand on his hip. Officer makes a split-second decision, says, okay, from my point of view, I think he had a gun, and shoots him. It's a tragic situation. It was an avoidable tragedy. Not something that I'm going to personally celebrate because I don't see how it really does anything. But by most legal standards, that officer is never going to prison. Because from his point of view, the suspect has a gun and then he heard a shot around him. So he thinks that he's under fire. It's a lawful but awful shooting, I think is the way to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody,
it
somebody in chat
sucks.
just said that. That's actually
Yeah,
perfect.
no,
That's
it
perfect.
yeah, no, it sucks. He shouldn't have died. He brought it on himself, among other things. Uh, but at the end of the day, anyone who thinks this was a malicious execution is either one, completely unaware of the facts, or two, a fucking
Oh,
idiot.
Or
Or-
3, a malicious actor who's intentionally trying to politicize the situation in a way that benefits them.
Or D,
Correct.
all the above.
All of the above. 2 and 3 go hand in hand, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. The agent, did the agent do something wrong? I mean, I don't know.
I don't
really
think
couldn't
so.
tell you. I don't think the agent, from his training, from his perspective, the totality of the circumstances, I don't think from his perspective he did anything wrong. I think if it's ever found out that the agent behind him had a negligent discharge, I think it might be on that agent. But his one out is going to be that he has the one handgun in his possession right now that has a documented history of going off and getting people killed. It is a tragic, fucked up situation brought on by the suspect. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I think anyone who tries to portray him as a saint who was executed while unarmed for the crime of defending a woman being harassed is a fucking idiot. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the suspect was justifiably shot. There can be a situation can be fucked up. He was unarmed and he was shot. That is a situation. That is the facts. That is what happened. But in terms of the legality, I don't think that officer is on the hook for pretty much anything.
Yeah. So, and yeah, that's kind of my take also. But I do think this new video actually does like add more context because that means that individual's on the radar. So maybe there were more heightened like reasons to be like acting like that. The ICE officers or Border Patrol.
Yeah, no, he's a known agitator.
Yeah.
He is. I don't understand, and I do know exactly why. I was going to ask. I don't understand why the suspect wasn't already in jail.
That's
And
my question.
And then I realized, oh wait, no, it's Minneapolis. They can't do anything about it. But I was like, wait a minute. But like, can't they get? I'm sure they can take him into federal custody for that. They beat his ass.
That's the thing that's confusing. Like, wait a minute, he clearly on video like broke the tail light. It's clear as day it's a felony. He clearly broke it. They beat the shit out of him and they just let him go. It's as if the police were there, this would have never happened. Wow, what a shocking turn of events. Because guess what? Border Patrol's not there for crowd control or anything like
Border
that.
Patrol is there to assist. They have some crowd control experience, but they're mostly focused on crowd control in the border. So they're focused on like essentially riot control in a big open space.
Yeah.
They're not really focused on like street level dealing with retards who are intentionally trying to start shit.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're retards. These are people who have gotten fired, have a history of antisocial behaviors and all this fucking shit. And they go out there and they want to play hero and they think that they're saving democracy or whatnot, when in reality, they're fucking sociopaths. They're crazy. They get fired from their jobs. Their parents fucking disown them as soon as it comes out that they did something stupid in the news. Something stupid that endangers people's lives.
I will also say, people
they're
gotta
not
look
martyrs. They're not martyrs. They're fucking idiots.
And like,
these are not smart people we're dealing with, but they exist in numbers.
And I've been trying to explain this to many people. Like, you cannot use hindsight 2020 shit. You can't do that. The Supreme Court said repeatedly you can't do that for these type of shootings.
It is there are two ways and that courts look at this. One is the totality of the situation, right? You cannot freeze frame by frame a couple of videos and go, well, that's all I need to see. No, you need the entire situation. And two, it has to be from the officer's perspective, objective reasonableness. What does the officer know? What is the situation around him? And in a situation where, after having been notified that a suspect has a gun, you then hear a gunshot around you, the single most reasonable explanation is that the suspect is firing that gun.
And I've been trying to explain this to like even my friends. Like, I try to explain to them, like, no, like, you cannot do frame by frame stuff. You have to look at the context and all that. And the problem is, like, a lot of people, they just do the emotional stuff of like, well, it sucks he died, therefore it's bad. Like, everything the officer did is wrong. He should have known what to do. Yeah.
People don't know. People don't have nuance. That's the issue.
People die when they are killed.
Wow, what such insights. Oh my
No, but that's
gosh.
literally the fucking train of thought for
Yeah.
half those people. People die when they are killed. That is bad.
Yeah, it's like, again, I feel bad the guy died, but seriously, just we can add more of the context, and I have someone else to mention.
I've unironically had motherfuckers come up and tell me that the reason, like, it's ICE's fault no matter what, because they, quote, shouldn't be killing people. And it's like, I don't think you understand anything real world, because fun fact, if you pose a deadly threat against law enforcement, they're going to shoot you.
They
And I
have
really
legal protections to do this too.
and
Wait, did you
anyone
not
has
see
anyone
the
has legal protection to do it. They have a little broader because they have the right to be in situations that some people don't. But if someone is trying to run you over, hey, guess what? That's lethal force.
No,
I don't care if it's a woman
she was
driver.
just a poor mother picking up her kids.
Oh, dude, poor mother who has 2 of her 3 kids in someone else's custody because her fucking lesbian wife fucking puts fucking cigarette marks on them.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, real
Did you
fucking
guys
hero
see
she is.
did you guys see in the Petri video? Like there was like all those soy lineals, the way they were like reacting. They were like, you just did a murder.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And that's the problem. Like,
Why do you guys have real bullets?
Yeah, it's
Why
like,
do you
why
guys
do real
have real
bullets?
bullets is a thing that fucking Good's wife unironically said. Why do you have real bullets?
I wonder why.
Fucking cry. I understand that, like, people say stupid shit when they're under adrenaline and, like, watching someone that you care about get shot, but you need to, like,
It's a mental disorder. That's all it is.
That's
K Cup for 5. Take this as you will, but we had our reporters try to reach out to people who knew Preddy a day after. Not a single one wanted to talk about him. Yeah, it's gonna come out soon that this individual was. It sucks he got shot. Like, nobody's gonna. I'm not defending the shooting itself. I'm not gonna say like it was a good thing or whatever. It wasn't. It's horrific somebody got shot like that. But it's gonna come out. This guy was not the saint, and it's clear as day. The new video proves it. The guy was freaking going around targeting officers. They were freaking spitting in their faces and then kicking the shit out of their car. Yeah, very stable individual. Nighthawk for 2. Lawful but awful is a short and brief, in my honest opinion. Yeah, it's the best way to put it. It's awful what happened. It's lawful.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Here's the thing. You can use hindsight all you want. You can unironically, like, hindsight, it's important to understand the situation, but you also, when you're judging a situation based on its legality or based on how you would, if you would prosecute the officer, if you think the officer should go to prison for what he did, then you can't freeze frame that shit. It has to be from his perspective, because it's one thing to say, okay, well, from, all of these side by side slow motion things, we can say that he was disarmed about a second or two before he was shot. That's great, man. I'm really glad that you have your low quality video, frame by frame, from an outside perspective. The officer did not have access
why are all these
but
videos
guess
like?
what?
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Why are all these videos shit quality? By the way, I've noticed that they're all like freaking 480p. If that.
I was gonna say, we have high quality cameras nowadays. What are these people doing?
Most iPhones are literally the majority market share. Everyone is using it at most.
Yeah, but it's far better than that. That's like 480p,
and we're still fucking. Let me finish, child.
Sorry,
I'm not done. I was gonna say, you're telling me that it's the big 2026 and your camera isn't high quality enough to fucking record beyond 2007 YouTube fucking standards?
It's bullshit. This whole thing is, President Gilbert getting up for 5. At what point do these people start saying white liberal lives matter because of police or ICE officer brutality? They're not going to say that, but I've looked into this. This idea that people actually give a shit about these cases, they don't. This is all online bullshit. You know how I know this? I compared these 2 shootings, these search interests, which again, Google Trends not perfect. It's not, it can be misleading. It's not a perfect metric. But look at this. Look at this shit. This is the Google Trends of George Floyd, Renee Good, Alex Preddy, and Breonna Taylor. So anybody notice anything? Anything at all? Look at the chart. I got pulled up here.
If you would please consult the chart.
Yeah.
If you would consult the graphs.
Right now, and again, the Renee Good and Alex Preddy shootings, they reached their peak already. They reach their peaks that they have of it happening the day after. It's going down now, so it's not going to go much higher than this. The verdict of Derek Chauvin was searched more than Renee Good and Alex Preddy's being shot. The verdict was more searched. And in total, Floyd's shooting was searched 5 times the amount.
They shot George Floyd?
Or excuse me, he died or whatever. Excuse me.
The kneeing of George Floyd.
But no, seriously, like
the ground defenstration of George Floyd.
Jesus. But the whole point is like it's barely above it's below where even Derek Chauvin
just did that.
Yeah, but okay, so what does this tell you? Again, Google search is not perfect. Google Trends are kind of misleading at times. I get that. It's not a perfect metric. Because nobody gives a shit. The average person, the only person that cares honestly is people online. It's really just leftists. That's the only crowd of people that give a shit about this. And it's still not even close to what it was back in 2020. Yet you're going to tell me that, half of Trump voters are, they support abolishing ICE now. Yeah, sure. It's horse shit. Joshua 5, I listened to Michael Knowles' show today, and he said that these agitators have a Marvel mindset, meaning they act like Marvel characters. Do you all agree? Yes, I actually agree with that.
Yeah, that
We need
explains why
to-
that explains why when they see a shooting, they're being anxious.
Guys, we have a word for this. It's called cape shit.
This cape shit.
It's cape shit.
It is.
We need to permanently ban Marvel and Star Wars, because then these people will have nothing to compare real life events to.
Yeah.
If we do that, I think we'll solve all the problems. People are gonna go, what am I supposed to compare this to? Like, I can't compare it to fucking Star Wars. I can't
Harry
compare.
Potter.
Dude,
They're gonna
it's
compare it to
Harry Potter. You guys
What
see the one where it was like Donald Trump is Dumbledore, and
Yeah, I
that
saw
is
that.
Dumbledore's army, and Dumbledore or fucking Trump.
I
is
know what you're
also
talking
Harry Potter.
about. Oh my gosh. So, speaking of this whole case, we got to talk about this. The libertarian redhead said, who, by the way, certain individuals like Robert Barnes retweeted this, which, by the way, I am so glad people realize what I say about Barnes is true. That he's full of shit. Now he's lost it. I mean, these dumb shits, they're all but saying they want to abolish ICE now. Rand Paul, Robert Barnes, all these idiots, they're all but saying they want to abolish ICE. Or defund it.
Rand Paul's compromise that he said on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
What was Rand Paul's wonderful compromise?
His
Was it giving
compromise-
the left everything they want?
No, let me say this. Let me explain this. He said that all the non-criminal illegals could stay here, but they don't get citizenship.
Oh,
The
Their
moment
kids
the
get-
word,
and he said word for word, we shouldn't give them citizenship because they'll all vote Democrat, but their kids won't be able to vote. So it's basically like, so you admit that they'll all vote Democrat. So basically what you're doing is just delaying the Democratic dominance.
So you are delaying the importation of a new electorate.
But on
Which
top
is-
of that, sorry.
You're delaying the importation of a new electorate. Like, that's what I hate when people say that you're not allowed to talk about that because it's a quote unquote conspiracy theory. That's such.
It's really the
bullshit.
truth.
You cannot call the plan that the Democrats are bragging about. They brag about states becoming less white and more minority. That is they fucking cheer when it happens because guess what? It helps them electorally.
And I don't want to be like this boomer con where I say this, but unironically, how is this any different from like it's really just modern day slavery what these people pushing for? These people are not citizens, but they don't get benefits, they don't get anything, but what do? They work in like a minimum wage job at most. It's like, how can anyone just objectively say it's not that?
Democrats in 1860 trying to keep their slave.
Well,
labor.
I mean,
Democrats
I
in
hate that
2025
meme so
trying to keep their
much.
slave labor.
bro, did you just say it's 2025? What the fuck is this unk slop?
Again, I'm
sorry.
not
It's
saying
the
like
big 2020.
Democrats are the real racist guys. You
I
heard it
hate
from
the
Rap.
I hate the boomer slop like that. I get why people hate that, but it's like seriously, how is it any different?
Democrats are the real racists.
These people are
You
not
heard it here.
citizens. So what are they? If they're not citizens, but they're allowed to be here legally, What do you call them?
Undocumented immigrants.
Yeah, sure.
Fucking game just
Very true. Very true. Yes.
American Nerd for 2. Do the left use Lord of the Ring comparisons like Star Wars? What? They don't like Lord of the Rings.
They use Harry Potter.
Yeah, they use
Harry Potter because Tolkien was a Catholic conservative.
No, they don't use Harry Potter anymore because they hate J.K. Rowling now.
Yes, J.K. Rowling made it.
That's true. I think they more use the Avengers nowadays.
They use the Avengers. Yeah, they used to use Harry Potter. Some still do because it's like embedded in their culture. But now it's like, oh, Rowling's halfway sane, so we hate her. But yeah. So, anyways, Libertarian Redhead, and this was a day ago because it was reported a couple days ago that Alex Preddy had an earlier confrontation. That video we showed you was the confrontation. And she said, and Robert Barnes, of course, retweeted this. She said, Alex Preddy was tackled by ICE for exercising his First Amendment rights. They knew this because they didn't arrest or charge him with a crime. Alex got a broken rib and reportedly logged into a federal database tracking protesters and agitators, in quotation. Days later, he's killed in the broad daylight by CBP. The timeline alone should terrify anyone who still believes in civil liberties.
You're not allowed to spit at federal agents and fucking kick their car. It's a crime. You can't do it. If you do it, you might get put on a federal database because you did it.
He said doo-doo in voice chat.
And this was the day go. Let's see if these dumb shits have said anything about this video. Nope. It's just Orange Man bad. That's all this is about. It's literally just Orange Man bad. How are these people different from Dems?
They're not.
Yeah.
They don't want to abolish guns.
Who gives a shit? Oh my gosh.
Not going for him.
If I hear the whole like Trump wants to ban guns thing one more time, I'm just gonna. The same thing happened in 2018 for crying out loud, and nothing happened. Like this happens every year with Trump. He says one thing. These dumb shits. They know what Trump is saying. They purposely like mislead people. When Trump says, "Oh, we want to de-escalate things," do you really think that means stopping deportations? They spent all of his political capital building. Are you shitting me right now? Seriously? And now it comes out today.
Are you being Flo Kirkinuan right now, bro?
Oh gosh. When it comes out today, apparently behind the scenes, DHS was building a secret like intelligence agency for like stalking illegal immigrants, basically. You're gonna tell me they just wasted all that time on that and they're gonna get rid of that? Seriously? It's just these people are stupid. And funny thing is, they say that they de-escalated things. And you know the first thing that happens, like within minutes of them saying that? You guys see that video of the that like preschool or whatever? You guys see that video?
Oh,
No,
what the I don't know.
Oh no, basically what happened is like there was like a bunch of agitators right outside a preschool or whatever because there was an ice raid like across the street. And like the police, not the freaking not ICE or whatever. The police like I think like threw tear gas and stuff. Like right next to a preschool, everyone went nuts. But the point is, it's like he's not de-escalating things. All they're doing is changing messaging. That's all they're doing. All they're doing is pulling back Border Patrol. That's all that he means by de-escalating. He doesn't mean, deporting nobody. It's like the H-1Bs. Guys, remember Trump was going to import 500,000 Chinese students? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And then he didn't. And then everyone freaked the fuck out over nothing.
And guess what? That the amount of Chinese students has gone down like 80%, or not 80%, like 20%. Indian students, same thing, 30%.
No, it's gone down 80%. Trust the plan.
I hope so, but like seriously, Trump says one thing. That's just Trump though. He says one thing. You gotta look at his actions. You gotta take seriously, but not literally. And people, you have to learn this. And sometimes I do fall in that trap. I get that, but still, it sounds ridiculous. People saying, "Oh, Trump's he's gonna pass amnesty, and they're only gonna deport 5 people." Just stupid. Water gaming for 2, but rap, it's different when they do it. Real. American Nerd for 6. Dems of the 1860s. Without the slaves, who's going to pick the crops? Dems of today. Without illegal immigrants, who's going to pick the crops? I mean, there's no difference.
Are the real racists.
But I mean, the sad thing is that they literally say that all the time now. It's always like a white liberal woman that says that. I'm not even
Because they're the
joking.
it's because they're the most neurotic, because they're also typically the most incredibly fucking mentally ill
Yeah.
voters too.
I don't like saying that, but just true. These people are just mentally ill.
It's true. No, it's literally just true.
Yeah. Trump is still a boomer at the end of the day. Yeah, well, that's Trump. Yeah, he just says one thing, but then just like immediately, oh, we're gonna de-escalate things in Minneapolis.
Trump is a New York businessman.
He's a bullshitter.
Fucking says things. Trump just fucking says shit.
Yeah, it's really just he's just a bullshitter.
You can just say things.
Yeah. You just gotta look what he does. I mean, they keep saying H1Bs are going up. Meanwhile, it's being reported out India, like the wait time's up to like 30 months or whatever. So yeah, they're just kicking the can down the road right now on that until they can pass legislation. But guys, he's just letting people in left and right. He's double the amount of legal immigrants. Totally, yeah, sure. It's horseshit.
Even though ignoring real immigration has gone legal and illegal has gone down by like over 50% in the past.
I think it's actually 50%. I think legal.
Legal is down 50%. Illegal immigration has more or less come to a screeching halt.
Yeah, it's really zero.
It's like over 90%, I believe.
Yeah, it might be like 99%. Because immediately we just deport these people anyways, right away. So
I hope you motherfuckers are not leaving without me. I got the fucking confidential info and most of our samples. Don't you dare get on that fucking Pelican without me. That
the problem is we have. Oh, this is a good one. Somebody chat. The problem is we have too many bad faith actors that, in essence, say excluding everything. What has Trump done? Yeah, they say this. They say, well, excluding the fact that this border is secured and objectively, these are the most real deportations in history in a single year. What has he done in illegal immigration? You can't win with these people. They're just full of shit.
Despite him solving the issue of illegal immigration, what has Trump done to solve illegal immigration? Yeah. Are you retarded?
I still think they gotta do more.
These people are genuinely idiots. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I'm someone that
genuinely stupid.
They're genuinely slop tard pilled. Their brains are diddy blood for real.
Like I advocate for more deportations.
They are so Ohio.
I've advocated for more deportations. I don't think they've done enough so far. But now with the big beautiful bill funding, now they got more ICE agents being trained up. It's just going to accelerate from here. So stop with the horse shit. Oh, they didn't do anything with illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is going down for the first time, not possibly since ever. Now, maybe the 50s, but Jacob Martin for 10. And they take full credit for Trump supposedly listening to them when his actions don't directly follow his messaging. Yes, Trump was totally taking orders from ex-personalities. Oh, I hate that. Like, sometimes Trump does listen to the base. That's why I say, like, you have issues with Trump, just say it. Don't do what Bears does and go off a cliff and make fake polls or whatever. Like, no, actually be
chimping
coherent.
Out works.
Yeah.
Chimping out works.
Chimp out like Patrick Casey or Mystery Grove. Now they're dumb shits.
Or don't live out like what is that? Pedro Gonzalez.
Oh my gosh! What happened to Pedro Gonzalez?
He's basically Adam Kinzinger 2.0. Like you look
he's
at his
worse.
Feed, it's basically. I would argue it's basically the exact same as Adam Kinzinger, but I think the transformation is a lot worse because. Pedro kind of went from like sloppulous right to liberal. Adam Kinzinger went from neoconservative to liberal. So,
the thing with Pedro is like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, Pedro was attacking like Trump for not sending like all like BLM rioters to prison, and now he's attacking Trump for the ICE raids and going for.
Yeah.
He's now retweeting like Bill Kristol, which should tell you everything.
He's retweeting Bill Kristol. He's retweeting Evan Loves Worf. He's retweeting Democrat senators like Andy Kim.
I actually don't know what happened to Pedro. What made him go off the rails so badly?
TDS.
It's all these people.
Oh, he's always hated Trump. I just think
He went off the hinges after DeSantis lost. He banked on DeSantis. He banked his career on DeSantis, more or less.
Dumb shits. That's a lot of people I know. And now these same people, which, by the way, mysteriously, all these people that hate Trump now, they're all magically in Thomas Massey's camp or in MTG's camp. Weird.
Honestly, Pedro's probably the exemption. I mean, I think he likes Massey, but
no, I'm saying these other people. These other people like Barnes and Bears, they're not getting paid off, but they're part of those camps.
Yeah, but I mean, I think someone like Pedro is probably going to vote Dem in 2028. Actually, he's going to vote Dem this year. But people in the Massey camp, I mean, if Massey runs for a party, they'll vote for Massey.
Yeah.
Pedro, in that case, would just vote for probably Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom or whatever. I'm pretty damn sure he voted for Kamala Harris last year or 2024 privately, but this time it'd be public about it.
All right. Horland for 5. There's an effort to dissuade Trump voters from supporting the GOP in the midterms by convincing them he's done absolutely nothing, which isn't true. Yeah, I'm convinced it's a psyop. These dumb shits are pissed off that Trump's actually doing stuff, so they're saying, fuck you. What actually, I think what actually happened is Trump told these people that they're not getting positions in the White House, and they flipped out. That would explain a lot. Same thing with the Massey stuff. They're part of Massey's camp, and he told them to go fuck themselves. Object Clays Cater for 2. Life of Brian. What have the Romans done for us? I don't know. But okay, we got some breaking news, everybody, from the White House, actually. Breaking from Rapid Response 47, which, again, that's the Trump White House. They have just announced, President Trump has just announced today, or minutes ago, that he is pleased to nominate Colin McDonald to serve as the first ever Assistant Attorney General for National Fraud Enforcement, a new division at the Department of Justice, which I have created to catch and stop fraudsters that have been stealing from the American people. My administration has uncovered fraud schemes in states like Minnesota and California, where these thieves have stolen hundreds of billions of dollars. Colin McDonald is a very smart, very tough, and highly respected America First federal prosecutor who has successfully delivered justice in some of the most difficult and high-stake cases in our country. Together, we will end the fraud, restore integrity to our federal programs. Congratulations, Colin. Yeah,
wait,
so
hold on. What's his name again? Did he say what?
Colin McDonald. Apparently, he's a prosecutor.
Okay, I thought you said Colin McDonald. I thought you said Tom McDonald at one point.
Oh gosh,
the rapper or whatever. I will say I'm surprised he didn't nominate Nick Shirley, but Nick Shirley is just a journalist at the end of the day.
You need an actual prosecutor, somebody with legal experience, because this is DOJ. This is, and I would try to tell people about the DOJ, which, again, I'm not defending the DOJ. I think they've done a lot of shitty stuff. But people got to understand, like with the FBI, you just can't fire everybody overnight. I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. You do realize it takes a long time to train FBI agents, right? You still got to worry about like a lot of issues. Yes, you want to fire everybody, but you can't just fire everybody overnight and expect everything to function. If we would have done that, everything would have fallen apart. Like the Civil Rights Division. There are a lot of problems right now because they have no manpower. So, American Nerd for 2. Can the president create a new division at the DOJ? I don't see why they couldn't. They can do what the fuck they want. I'll look up Colin McDonald because I have no clue who this is. He's the Associate Deputy Attorney General. So take that as you will. We'll see. Nick Shirley's in his early 20s. Well, that plus you need somebody with legal experience. You can't just throw somebody out there like Shirley. So okay. If anyone got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now. Last calls were super chats. Last calls were super chats. That's kind of everything we went through. But yeah, that's pretty big news. The DOJ, they're going to go after the fraud. They actually made a whole division. Hopefully they don't sideline him like they did with Ed Martin, which still pisses me off, but we'll see. American Order for 2. Can the president do this without Congress? Well, I think he has to get through Congress, I think. So, yeah. Anyone got any last thoughts on anything? Anyone got to say anything?
No.
Okay. So yeah, I think we're in the stream. Hawk to a good lord. We'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see us at. God's